to Day to Day Knits, episode 28. As you can see, I keep shifting stuff around. I'm still trying to find something that works for me. And I have a window right there, so depending on what time of day I'm filming, the sun hits the camera sometimes, so I just move my camera around, which is actually my phone. Nothing fancy here, no microphones or anything. And first, let me just start by saying that I really appreciate your comments and your support and suggestions from last video from 2 weeks ago. And you might be wondering, what are you wearing today, Sara? And the answer for that is what I wore to work, because today is Monday. And so I wore to work. Oh, today was actually the first day that when going to work and coming back from work, it was not hot. It was hot during the day, I'm sure, but it's actually starting to cool down, and that's really nice. And I have this here because these are the socks that I wore today at work. They are wool socks because at work we have air conditioner, because this is America and this is the South, so it's fairly common. And these are the vanilla summer splash socks, and they're my own design. They're knit top down, and I did an alteration because for the design itself, if you buy it, I think it's like, I don't know, $2 or something, I can't remember, something little like that, but it has a corrugated rib. In this case, you can see it's not corrugated. I just wanted to make a pair for me and a pair for my mother-in-law that matched, because the yarn I had was enough for that, and then like to make a square on my blanket. And I can tell you that this is madelinetosh sock. The color is 2020, and it's super beautiful. There's the sun again. It's like a bluish, greenish, teal thing with little bits of, because of the green, it has little bits of yellow here and there, but it's a little bit hard to see, I think, with the sun shining like that. If you were on my side, you'd be able to see it because the sun is shining on it. And then this one is a Cloudborn something. Cloudborn Fibers Highland Superwash Sock Twist. It's a very long name. The color is Caribbean, and it's a teal. There. Then, so those were my socks. And on my head, I have the Summer Storm scarf. And I did not wear it like that at work. I've just got home, so he might be coming up here. We'll see. At work, I wore it. Now the AC is kicking in. Just like that. And I had it open. This one was in the front, so it was actually the other way. Just like that. Just like that. That's what I wore to work. This is like super light. I want to say that it is some sort of linen mix. Let's see. What did I put on my Ravelry page? So this is Shibui Knit Reed, and that content is, oh, it is 100% linen. Okay, it is 100% linen, but it's just very, very light. It has a pattern on the side, and the other end has a slightly different pattern that is not as noticeable as this one, for some variation. And because it's summery, I get to wear it all day, and I don't get too hot. But when I got home, I wanted to like put my hair away from my face, so then I switch it and I turn it into a scarf. The pattern is not fully written yet, so I'm not ready to take in testers right now, but if you can text me on Instagram if you do want to test for this pattern. And basically, you know, it's just a long scarf that has interesting things happening at the ends there. That's the one that's less noticeable. And here, more noticeable. And then in the middle, it just has this little fun thing with, it's hard to tell, there it is. A little thing in the middle with just like a slip stitch. Very simple. And just grab any thin yarns that you have that are good for the summer, or I mean, if you want to try it with wool, you know, feel free. But I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. I was not at some point. I was like, no, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna put an I-cord all around. But I'm happy with how it turned out. I was unsure, but not anymore. But that's what I'm wearing, and this is an FO, which makes it for a good transition. And then I also finished my Contentment socks, which I put on a sock blocker, but the sock blocker is not big enough. It's very hard to see it, so I'm just going to hold it in a funny way. So they're knee-high socks, and they have this like what do you call it? I don't know, a ruffle. Call it a ruffle. They have a little ruffle on top. Oh, this is one where I made a mistake. This is the better one because it actually has the heel with the right color. I was just going and I did not notice that I had the wrong color at the heel, because I sort of almost know the pattern by heart. I did not look at it. Big mistake. But anyway, there it is. And it is then to fit people's legs through a series of increases and decreases made for every single person's calf. It really depends on your measurements, and right now I have people testing it. Many people are halfway through. I'm very happy with it. The yarns, the middle one is Malabrigo Sock, which I believe is 100% Superwash, and the color is Jupiter, I think. No, it's Stonechat. Never mind, Stonechat. And then the other one, this very pretty dark brown, is what is it called? Cumberland Fibers Highland Superwash Sock Twist. Cumberland Fibers really likes to give yarns a very long name. The color is Espresso Heather. It is not a heather, it is in fact a solid. But I think it looks pretty. And I have worn them, pretty happy with them. And I don't know, we're in testing. Ideally, all testers will be done by October 20. I gave, I think, enough time for everyone to do both socks. I mean, one sock is enough, but you know, to take good pictures of socks, usually to have both socks done is better, which is why I gave them longer. And then ideally the pattern will be released right before Halloween, so you can pick your most fall preferred colors and start knitting. And that's what I have for FOs. Yes, yes. And I'm linking all the projects in the notes. Then I have something that's so much fun. And I have a chair on top of my needle. Okay, so I really am enjoying knitting with wool. I really am. And the sun is gonna get to my face. And because I'm really feeling like doing that, I have then quite a lot of progress on my Jupiter crop. Ah! Look at it! Ooh. Gosh, that sun is really getting there. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch the camera around. Okay, so the sun is not in the way anymore, and here we are. I don't think I made it very cropped, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I haven't blocked it yet, and I sort of followed the pattern. I started by following the pattern, all good. I did the color work on the yoke, but then the yoke is supposed to end here. And that would have been too large, like my split for the arms would have been down here. And that would have been too much. So what I did was, as soon as I tried it on and it felt like I was good, I separated for the sleeves. And then I kept doing the color work on the body for the yoke, and then the color work of the body itself, because those are two different charts. One chart for the yoke, one chart for the body. Then there's one chart for the arms that starts at this white here, goes down to there. Because I did not follow the pattern, I was not able to do the right amount of increases under the yarn and keep going in pattern. I have not closed that, and I don't know if I don't want to do about it. I'll have to block it and see how much this grows, because I've been... Something else I did and did not do. I started by catching my floats, and it was kind of tight. And then I decided I'm not going to catch any floats. So I have floats that go over an inch. I have floats that go over 7 stitches. And when I started doing the arms, I started catching the floats again, because I thought, oh, I'm going to like put my arms down there, my fingers are gonna get caught, and blah 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 blah. But because of catching the floats, my stitches got tighter, not as loose as here, which means that my sleeve got too tight right here. I mean, it fits, but I honestly hope that it will grow, because this is tight. We'll see. And then again, because my stitches, my rows are longer than the swatch, I guess, the color work ended up being like all the way down to my elbow, and I wanted to do, all right, that's better, all the way down to my elbow, which is right here, instead of like being a short sleeve. And either way, I wanted to make a long sleeves, or 3/4. That was a possibility too. Then I thought, you know, if I do 3/4, maybe I won't do any more color work, but then maybe I'll get too hot here and I'll actually never wear this, because I'll always be cold in my arms. So then, you know, I got some, what do you call it, opinions from other people, and I did agree that long sleeve would be the best option. So then I have lots of the white left. I don't have much of the red, which worries me because of this arm, but I had lots of white, lots of pink. Because I had lots of white, I decided to just do a little thing here, and now I've started the ribbing, and we'll see. And hopefully, as I'm editing this video, I'll have time to finish this. But I started this project like 2 weeks ago. I think it's just like 2 weeks and 3 days or something. No, it was 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks ago. I started on Sunday, I think. I started when I filmed the last video, which I think was last Sunday / Saturday, sometime during the weekend, I don't know. Anyway, I'm really happy with it. But again, this always happens to me. My stitches are always like, my rows are too long, so I always have to shorten the yoke, which then leads to this. Basically, I tried it on, I hold it like that, and I was like, Joseph, count how many markers I have around my arm. And he counted, and it was 4 markers, so I have 4 repeats of the pattern, and then I move on to the back. It involved a little bit of math, but it's all good, and I'm really happy with it. And there are 2 options for the ribbing down here, and that's too long. She gives you options to like repeat a certain part, I guess. I did only the minimum of color work, and it's still longer than the cropped version. And then there are 2 options for starting the ribbing. You have one option where it just goes straight from the same stitch count that you have on the color work onto the ribbing. And then there's another option, which is you do some decreases around. And I did that, but I'm not sure how much it's going to be noticeable. But anyway, the yarn is Vovó from Retrosaria Vovó. Everything will be in the notes. Yeah, okay. Yes, everything will be in the notes. Sorry, I just remember I have to put everything in the notes because I don't think I'm saying the name of all the patterns. So anyway, that's it for this one. I started by knitting, well, the color work I did Continental. I sort of wish I had those rings that you can like split the yarn, because I think that that would make me catching floats less messy. But for the ribbing, what I do is I knit the Portuguese way, sort of. I purl the Portuguese way and I knit the Continental way, and all I'm doing is I put my finger back for Continental, I let go of my finger, and I use my thumb for purling the Portuguese way. And because this yarn is not like this softest yarn, I mean, it's fine, it's directly on my body, and it doesn't itch or anything like that. But because the Portuguese way, you have the yarn going around your neck, and you know, it causes some friction. At some point I started using this, I'll hold it this way, this, which is what traditionally ladies would put on their shirt, so that the yarn goes from here onto the knitting in front of me and not from my neck onto the knitting in front of me. So I used this for the ribbing and it was fine. And oh, and I got this also online from Retrosaria Vovó. They deliver worldwide. I'm very comfortable with this sweater. I'm really happy about it. But what else did I wanted to say? I wanted to say something else. Let me check my notes. Yeah, this is my last project. Okay. So, I wanted to not buy much yarn this year, to, in October, go to Rhinebeck. However, I am not allowed yet to take vacation in October, which is when Rhinebeck happens. And I'd like to go to Vogue Knitting Live, but because we just made, you know, the purchase of the house and we're like still trying to get furniture and all that, this might not be the year. But I am definitely thinking 2024, whether I'm going by myself or with friends, I will go. Unless something happens and I can't. But that is my plan. I am really excited to go. I've never been to New York, and I've never been to a festival that big. I've only been to one knitting festival. It was in Portugal, and it was this June. But anyway, I'm excited about it. Oh, next time there might be paintings here. which would be nice. I have them like sitting here behind me, and hopefully they'll be in the walls. Yes, it's exciting stuff. And apparently at Vogue Knitting Live they have 3 floors of like stalls, you know, the places where you go and you buy yarn at the festival. And that's overwhelming. I know that at the end of the day I'll be exhausted, and that I will need breaks for myself in the middle of the day to like chill and not be surrounded by people in a loud environment. But I am looking forward to it. But that also means, because there are so many stalls, I'm probably going to have to get rid of a lot of yarn by knitting it. And because in February in New York it's supposed to be super cold. I'm not sure if it's colder than here, just because this in Tennessee is further south, but it is inland, so you know, we have a very big swing in temperatures, but not much snow. I hope it snows while I'm in New York. That would be nice. I forgot what I was saying. Okay, yes, so need to get rid of yarn. By getting rid, I mean knitting it, knitting lots of it, and try not to add on to it. However, I have bought myself Christmas yarn for Christmas for me to open as a present, as well as an advent. And for the advent, to knit that advent, I'm going to buy some more yarn. But I don't think, hopefully, if all goes well, if I don't run out of red for this sweater, I'll be able to hopefully not buy more yarn. After I'm done with this, I'm gonna use a pink that's up here. To make a Christmas gift. And then after that, I think I might start on my jacket, because I'm also going to try and focus on wintry things. For me to wear if I do go to New York in February, just so I have all the warm clothes to wear. I'm very excited about it. I could not stop thinking about it at work today. It's exciting stuff. Yes, I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, so I think I said all the yarns that I used and all the projects, so here we are. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I don't know, let me know if you have any questions at all that I can answer. I can tell you that doing this was like addictive. I'm like every day I would like change to a new color on the pattern. Sometimes I would do more than just one. For example, yesterday I did this whole sleeve, and the day before I finished the body. The day before was Saturday, yesterday was Sunday. So yes, it's very exciting stuff. Oh wait, I have one more red here. I'm gonna have plenty of red. Okay, I'll have probably enough yarn for a different project with color work. Maybe I can make something that will match like a hat. That would be fun. Okay, well, I guess this is it. I hope you have liked it. Thank you for your likes and comments and subscribing to things. Not things, I mean this thing, this podcast. Because the more you do that, the more YouTube puts it out there for other people to have access to it. Yes, very exciting stuff. Yeah, you can tell. Well, I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with it all. Alright, so bye, and I'll see you, or you'll see me next time. Alright then.